everybody and welcome to another video of Planet Coaster. Today we're going to be basically continuing what we were doing in the last episode. If you've not seen that, go and check it out. And that is building our next themed area, which is going to be this sort of enchanted village. And we're going to hopefully build another roller coaster today. So without further ado, let's get down here. And if you've seen the last episode, you'll know that I did a very bad job of building an entrance. It was all explained in the last episode, but basically I've had to build a path from the entrance all the way around the back of here. We're not going to put all the scenery and stuff in yet, but we're going to just start building a basic coaster here. And it's going to be quite unique actually. It's going to be a single rail. Now you can make the single rail coasters go upside down, but I don't want it to be able to do that because we've got a couple of thrill coasters now, and I think it's time we went for more of a family based. And I've actually never built one of these, but I've watched a video of someone else building one, so I kind of know what I'm doing, and I've left it so that it goes to night like super quick, but yeah, that's my fault. And basically what we need to do is, when it gets to morning, place a station down. And if you've seen the last video or the video before that, you'll know how much I hate it when it goes night. I like it to be day when I'm building my park, so I can sort of see what I'm doing and stuff. And while we're doing that, we might as well raise our station up a bit, because I don't want it to be fully on the ground. So like I said, we're just waiting for it to come morning. And I know that you were probably expecting Agent V Weekly, but I think I mentioned this in the last episode. There's not really much to talk about on that, so I decided to just go straight in with another Let's Play. And because Planet Coaster is such a big part in the series now, and last video was kind of just building paths, I thought that we might as well do sort of a proper Planet Coaster video, building a coaster. So here we are today doing that. And why is it not letting me place that down? I do not understand, because that is... Why is it not letting me, unless... Alright, does it have to be on the ground? I do not get that at all. Right. I'm just gonna have to redo that because it went wrong. But I know what type of station I'm using in that, so it should only take me a second. So if we go... No, I do not want to do that. I want a custom design, so single rail. And there we have it. And I've done it again. I keep forgetting it to turn on, because if you see, I've got the simulation speed on the full amount, which makes it go really fast time wise. So I need to change that so that... And whoops, I've done it. Why do I keep doing that? That is seriously not good. Right. So if I raise that up, it's letting me do it now. I don't know what was wrong with it before. So if I change the station now to the one that we want, and I go back, let me check, is that still... Or maybe it doesn't. Right. It's gone day now. So let's change that. Right, now let's try and build it. Finally, gosh, that was too much faff. why, and I mentioned this in the last episode, the parks are so small. Like, if you're building a full-size park, then this really is not big enough. But right, it isn't raised up, but we wasted that much time that whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Right then. If we build out like that and go round to the left, we're building right at the edge of the park here, but I wanted a bit of room at the end to do a bit of airtime and stuff. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be anything massive, nothing too horrendous here. Just a nice sort of family coaster, no inversions or anything like that. Now, it is possible to make this do inversions, but yeah, because we're doing a family coaster, I don't want to do that. So, if we move that corner, then I like to do sort of block breaks before my lift hills, and that's sort of going to be a bit of a tutorial sort of mixed in with the video, is how to make your block breaks. Now, if you're doing block breaks, you want to sort of do that, and that will let you do a block break. And basically, if you didn't know, the concept of block breaks is so that you allow another train to sort of stop on those brakes and wait for the other one to move, and then it will, so it sort of stops and starts. If you've seen my RCT3, then I can't remember if we use block breaks or not, possibly, but it's the same in that game as this. That means if you played that and you're wondering how to do it for this, it's basically the exact same principle as if you were making them in RCT3. So you build the start of your lift hill like that, and then you can just build up. So we're going to build our lift hill at 23 degrees, like that. So like I was saying, block breaks. You need 2 block breaks for another train. So what we're going to do is I want 2 trains on this ride. So when we get to the end of the coaster, we're going to add another set of block breaks in for the other train. So if we build up like this, and how high is that? I'm not sure. Right, this is a family coaster, not a junior coaster. Let's get that straight. There is going to be a junior coaster next to it though, as you'll soon see. And that's sort of going to be behind it. So, we've done our lift hill, so we're going to flatten that out. And I don't think we've done many coasters in videos actually, that sort of lift hill. And oh yeah, for this type of coaster, to stop your lift hill, you need to do that, and that's actually a bit weird. Can you not? I'm just wondering if you can. Yes, you can. I just missed that. Right, so that's going to flatten off the lift hill. And then we're sort of going to curve down and drop to the left. Now it is a family coaster, so the drop's still going to be decent, but it's not going to be anything spectacular, because we don't want to raise the thrill on this too much. Like if you've seen 13 from Alton Towers, that kind of drop. So it still packs a punch, but it's not horrendous. So I think we're going to go for about a 45-degree drop. So yeah, this is still gonna, like I say, pack a punch. So if we bank now, so we're gonna bank sort of round to the left. I don't know the exact height of this coaster, but it's reasonable. So I'd say maximum for a family coaster drop, you're probably looking about 70 foot, maybe 80. Yeah, probably 80 at the most. So if we curve this round, we are pushing it a bit with the family rating, but yeah. Well, let's test that. It's a reasonable drop, that actually. That certainly is gonna, like I say, pack a punch. I know I've said that a lot, but you know, there's gonna be some force in that. I can tell already that it may be a family coaster, but it's still, like I said. Right, here we go into the lift hill. And yeah, it's got a reasonable height, as you can probably see this. So literally that drop's going to be the worst bit of the coaster. After that we're pretty much, there's nothing horrendous. It's all down to this drop. Right, let's see what this is like. Now that is still, like I said, that's going to be a good drop, that. So it's literally going to bank down that drop, and then after that there's nothing going to be too special really. And something I actually forgot to do, I'm actually going to have to redo this drop because I forgot to sort of bank round. So how many degrees are we at the moment? 23. So if we sort of build down, right, there we are. So bank down like that. And I don't know if we're going to get this finished in the video, by the way, if you were wondering. Right. Like I said, it's a reasonable drop, that actually. And I might actually right, there we go. So yeah, that's going to give it quite some speed. And then after that, it's going to be mainly about the airtime with this thing. So now we're going to go up into a bit of airtime. So if we raise this up a bit. Yeah, like I said, we're going to stay close to the ground with this now. So if we do that, got a bit of air time there. We're now going to sort of curve round to the right a bit, so we're going to bank it out. So I'm actually going to do that. Now I'm actually going to test this now, because one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is that corner. I've got a feeling it could be a little bit rough, so we'll soon find out. Anyway, we're setting off now, and here we go up the lift hill. It's actually a reasonable size, that, like, I've said it a few times now, I know, but it is for family-based coaster. I mean, there's no inversions or anything like that, but still. And this probably isn't the best view for this type of coaster, actually, because all you can see in front of you is the sea. But here we go. Whoa, that is a drop and a half, actually. Actually, that's probably alright. Now, I do like the sound of that ride, actually. And then I think what we might do now is go into a kind of figure of 8. Well, not exactly, but you'll see what I mean. I mean, I don't want to actually spread these coasters out too much. I want to keep it quite compact, because we've not got the most amount of room, and there's actually a lot of stuff I had planned for this park, and we need to make sure we got enough room for it. So I'm actually going to do a curved corner here, so yeah, that shows how much speed it's got. So if we curve that down, so if we flatten this out, we're going to go under that bit of track. And I know it might be getting a bit tedious, but I do like to keep testing my coasters, so in a minute we're going to test it again. So there we have it. So if we look at this curve here, and that does look quite good. So I'm actually going to speed time up a bit so we get to day, and then we'll go and test it, because I like to test it where we can see what it's doing and stuff. And then we're probably going to go around a bit of another corner, a few bits more airtime, then we're probably done with this thing. So it is going to maintain the speed it gets at the bottom of that drop, but in terms of intensity, it's not going to be too intense after that first bit. So let's test it. Here we go, setting off. And there are the block brakes, by the way, that we're going over now. So if you look to the left, you'll be able to see the bits we just built. I might actually, yeah, you can do that. So that's what we just built, and we're going past. You can see the other ride over there. And here we go. Into the first drop. And then up, and a bit of air time there. And then round this corner here. Bit of a head chopper there, actually. That is looking very smooth. Now, like I was saying about that, it's that drop, I think, yeah. It is a bit intense by the looks of it, but I think we'll get away with it. Is it that drop? I'm not sure, actually. It might be that one, actually. Yeah, it's that drop there. If I turn the camera around, it's a bit intense, but I think we'll still be able to get away with it. In terms of the family market. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to have another pocket of airtime. And then we're going to sort of go into a couple more corners. And then that'll be this ride done. Whether we'll finish it in this video or it might have to be next video, I'm not sure. But we'll just keep going for now. And I'll check how long we got left in a minute, and then we'll take it from there. I'm just trying to make this as smooth as possible, if you're wondering what exactly I'm trying to do here. And then I'm going to sort of curve up. And then we're sort of going to go round and down a couple more drops. And then maybe a little bit more airtime, and then sort of bring this thing to a halt. So I'm actually going to check how long we got left. here. Right, we've probably got a couple of minutes, and then in the next episode I'm going to finish this. Well, probably before, I'll actually finish it before then, and then I'll sort of show you how block breaks work and stuff. So see, that's quite a good corner there actually. So I think we're going to bring this down a bit and then probably test it and call it a day for this video. So we've got a lot to done today actually. Last video was kind of more of a showcase, but yeah, today I wanted to kind of get some actual building done, and we've managed to do that, which I'm really happy about. Right, let's test it one more time and then I think we'll call it a day. So here we go. This lift hill's actually, and I've said this a couple of times, I know it's really big. This will pack a punch for a little family coaster. It's actually not that little. Probably a bit bigger than I intended it to be, but never mind. So we're at the top now. And I know you've seen this lots of times before, but yeah, it's a good ride in my opinion. I think it's going to do well. So into this corner now, and this is the new bit we just added, airtime coming up. There we go. Whoa, that is a lot of airtime. Then into this corner. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you for all your support in my Planet Coaster videos. I think as a whole they've been probably the most popular videos on the channel ever as a series. So thank you for that, guys. And also thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.